The Division 2 launches onto the light MMO looter-shooter genre with assured strength and confidence that is derived not from unjustified bravado or hyped-up marketing, but by delivering the most expansive and complete game of this game genre yet to be released. Massive entertainment backed by their parent company Ubisoft and subsidiary companies such as Redstorm have used all of their hard-fought experience from The Division, and over 3 years have managed to create not only a worthy successor, but a vastly better experience. From the very opening of the game, through the intricate character creation screen, to the very first time you take control of your character, you can't help notice how stylish and well constructed it is. Set in a beautifully detailed, intricately created post-apocalyptic vision of Washington DC, the game almost overwhelms the player with a vast array of sublimely created diverse locations and environments to explore, full of areas to discover both above and below ground. Graphically, the game improves over The Division in marked ways. For example, the sculpting of the ground in every area of Washington DC makes a marked difference to gameplay, as your character scrambles over uneven ground, facing enemies on lowered or elevated positions, adding even more diversity to the experience. Character animations, NPC AI, gun handling, special effects such as fire, weapon flares, smoke sparks, etc. are all reworked, and the Snowdrop engine which the game is built within often spoils the player with a visual feast, especially in darkened areas or at night when all manner of explosions and effects are going off in heated combat encounters. Every aspect of the gameplay experience feels different to the original. Most notably, your character now feels encumbered, and enemy NPCs react to being physically hurt, as well as using aggressive tactics to outflank, confuse or utilize pincer movement tactics against you. Often your well thought out tactical position turns out not to be as well thought out as you might have liked. The game makes it very clear from early on that cover is extremely important, and initially cover and fire tactics work well, but later on, as the well-implemented escalation of difficulty increases, the game forces players to continue to reposition and use their initiative to survive progressively more difficult challenges. The game affords the player great freedom on how they level up, with a large variety of activities that they can freely choose from. The involved mission stories for the most part can be played whenever the player wishes. Complementing the main missions are side missions that are as involved and unique as their larger story counterparts, and dwarfing both are the Stronghold missions that serve as pivotal landmarks in both the storyline and also progression. After reaching the level cap of 30, the end game ramps up the difficulty and bravely undoes most of what the players managed to achieve before, but in return offers the players the opportunity to gain better loot, advance up the world tier system, and remixes old and new activities alike. Delightfully, Ola Strand, the composer of the Division soundtrack, is back, delivering a wonderful synth-based musical landscape that introduces new themes as well as mixing in older themes and also brief snippets from Far Cry 5. It is pleasing to note that the soundtrack is used much more frequently in the open world than its predecessor. Overall, Ubisoft have managed to produce the best game of the genre, a highly entertaining and immersive gaming experience with a credible storyline that follows on from the first game. Yet, wisely perhaps, the story is used as a backdrop to the actual game itself, a buffet of different activities and missions from which a player is allowed to take their pick as they see fit. The Division 2 is an exceptionally well-made game and easily surpasses any of its peers, as well as raising the bar for any future competitors. With a large amount of even more content already announced for 2019, The Division 2 may well be one of the most important releases of this generation.